going on, Broncos country? This is the Bronco back with another live stream. Uh, we heading into week 4. We got a matchup coming up against the Chicago Bears, and I just want to talk about a couple things. Just want to elaborate on a few things, and I just want to say, will the Broncos be able to bounce back in week 4 against the Chicago Bears? Will the Broncos defense be able to slow down Justin Fields and that Chicago Bears offense? Will it be enough to hold up against the Chicago? Will the Broncos defense be enough to hold up against the Chicago Bears on Sunday? Listen, I think I think Monday night when the Broncos had to watch that film from last week against that embarrassment against the Miami Dolphins, I think they felt a sense of urgency as well as being like, oh no, this ain't happened to us. We really didn't let this happen, right? But it did happen, and I don't think we'll see that type of play from the Broncos defense, even if they're missing players like Justin Simmons, Kayvon Williams, Josie Jewell, and you know the marquee big name players, right? I don't think that will ever ever happen again this season. I mean, I really don't think it will ever happen again this season. Really don't think it will happen. But if it does happen, we'll talk about that later. But I mean, the odds make it have the Broncos at 3.5 point favorites going into Chicago and expecting to be able to beat the Chicago Bears. But we was expected to beat the Las Vegas Raiders. The Broncos was also expected to beat the Washington Commanders. Right? And look what happened. Look what happened. Okay. Week 1 against the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, Will Lutz made 2 kicks. No, week 1, Will Lutz missed 2 kicks. He missed the field goal, which was the point after. And then he also missed the 55-yard field goal attempt in the third quarter. He missed. But the defense still gave up. You know what I mean? The defense wasn't really on point. And listen, I really understand like when your offense improves, when your offense improves, I understand the fact that your defense will take a step back. But really, not like this. Not like this. Vance Joseph has never had a top 5, top 10 unit on defense. He has never. His defense been ranked, I wouldn't even say in the middle of the pack because his defense been ranked like in the 20s, going to like 30s, right? The defense never been middle of the pack, and this is a challenge for them to at least get this Bronco defense playing at somewhat of a middle of the pack defense, if not a top five, top 10, top 15 unit. Top 10, top 15 unit to probably like maybe top 20. That's what I would call middle of the pack defenses. But it's defense that's never been ranked there. Never that high. Never really that high. Do I think the Broncos have their hands full this coming Sunday? Well, I mean, the Bears got a lot of playmakers. You know what I mean? They got a lot of playmakers. And then, um, the quarterback, Justin Fields, he could also throw the ball. He has a very strong arm. And he also could make plays with his legs. He could run. And like what Russ would say, yeah, he could run. He could get out that pocket, man. He could get out that pocket and he can make plays with his legs. And Russ said, yeah, he's younger and he's also faster than me. Right, because, Russ is 34 years old, going on 35, right? So, of course, Justin Fields is faster. Russ probably lost a step or two, but he still could do his thing out there and improvise for the offense like he's been doing and make plays out of the pocket like he's been doing. I expect this to be a good game. And this game is winnable. Look, we don't want to go back home 0-4, and we got to just week 5. I don't think we really want to do that because last year we lost to a Jets team that had the good defense, and Zach Wilson was their quarterback. Yeah, but that was a new regime. But I'm just saying, we don't want to go back home 0-4 and then have to play and then have to get ready to play the Jets at home in week 5. We don't want to do that because that would be a very, very uncomfortable situation. And like if we do that and then lose to the Jets in week 5 at home, then that's when the talks really start about the Broncos tanking for Khalid Williams because them talks already have started taking for Khalid Williams. Sean Payton wasn't brought here to tank, y'all. Sean Payton wasn't brought to Denver to tank for Khalid Williams. He was brought to Denver to right the ship. And if there's going to be a fire sale, right, at the trade deadline or before the trade deadline, it's because Sean Payton sees something. You know, you see some players that's not buying into a scheme, that's being lackadaisical and just ain't gonna cut it in his scheme. Right, Sean Payton will get rid of you, and that's facts. That's facts. That's facts. Everybody done seen that right now. Everybody that's in Denver, all the players that's on the Broncos team, Broncos practice squad, they seen it. They already know that. And like, look, it's already a lot of Saints players on the team, and some on the practice squad. Come on, man. Like, y'all can't see that Broncos country. And I'm talking to the players too. I mean, that means, and I know that the former Saints that are currently done Broncos right now are telling the players, man, like, we ain't used to this, man. We used to winning. We understand we knew here Sean Payton's first year, but we used to win. And so everybody need to get their shit together, put their nose down and go to work hard and execute on game day. Right? Ain't it ain't no other way. There's no other way about it. If ands or buts about it. Put your head down, work, come game day, execute on the field. Communication is a must on both sides of the ball. On the offense side of the ball, communication is means a lot. On the defense side of the ball, communication, being able to communicate, also means a lot. So players know where they need to be at and know what where they are assigned to in their assignments, so they can execute at a high level. The same on offense. Not worried about the offense because we ain't really had no problems on offense except a couple fumbles, right? A couple fumbles, a couple drop balls here and there. But that needs to stop because again in the Miami game, it was two touchdowns. They got called back because of offensive penalties. Right. We would have had more than 20 points if those two touchdowns had stood. But they didn't because of the offensive penalties. Come on, Broncos. Come on, them Broncos. You gotta cut down on the penalties, bro. It's gonna be hard to win games. It's gonna be really hard to win games when you keep committing penalties. Right now, I think y'all lead the league in. I think the Denver Broncos, according to Stat Mules, are the highest rate, lead the league in penalties, lead the league in the most penalties going into week 4, and that ain't good. That's not good. Right now, y'all passing the amount of penalties that y'all had last year with Nathaniel Hackett on that side, on the opposite side of the ball. So now, what that tells you, right? That means clean your act up, clean clean that ish up, clean that up, and do it quick, do it quick. You already put Broncos country through 7 years of losing seasons. Don't make it 8. Don't make it 8. And listen, I'm not a Bronco fan that's just going. No, I'm not no fair weather fan. You see what I'm doing? I'm doing Broncos podcasts. I'm doing my work. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So I'm a dedicated fan. I bleed on Jabru. So reward your fans, right? Reward your fans. Your fans want to see y'all compete, and I'm sick of hearing at the every loss, right? Turning on the sports channels in the morning, listening to different sports uh, commentators like the Carton Show and uh, Good Morning Football and Get Up, and people talk about Russell Wilson like it's his fault. Okay, yeah. Last year I get it. Russ wasn't good. Russ messed up. You know what I mean? Last year was last year. Now we in the this year. We in the 2023. And Russ is much better. He looks like his old self. He's running the offense efficiently, and he's up there in the top. He's ranked in the top of offensive efficiency as a quarterback. He's up there with Patrick Mahomes. He's up there with the Joe Burrows of the world. Probably ahead of Joe Burrow because he's up there tied with Patrick Mahomes this year. So what is that telling you? And that's telling you like, yeah, it's telling the true story. Like when the offense is good, your defense takes a step or two back. But it shouldn't have to. Defense should be right there with the offense, or at least take a half a step back. But for this defense to be the worst in the league, it doesn't make no sense. It really doesn't. It don't make no sense. Then like you got Rex Ryan on TV, on Get Up and on First Take, just letting everybody have it. Sean Payton letting everybody have it. Like I was watching a show where he said like if he had got the job and he said with the players that they got on defense, if he was a defensive coordinator, he would have had a top five defense. But word on the street is when he was the Buffalo Bills head coach, he used to sleep there and he was lazy. He didn't want to do no work. So when you're on TV and you're talking about it, you ain't really being about it. You just talking about it because you was mad because you was at the hotel and ain't get a call back to come and get hired. You know what I mean, to do what you needed to do for that whatever type of paperwork you needed to do to get under contract and get hired as a defense coordinator. But I really hate that because I know what Rex Ryan could do as a defensive coordinator. Everybody know how Rex Ryan defenses be. It'd be good. It'd be ranked in the top 10, no less than probably like top 15. So everybody in the NFL world know what Rex Ryan defenses look like, and they show up every game. Show up every game. I mean, like I'm just here. I'm a fan that does a podcast, that does a Bronco podcast, and I'm just hoping for the best come Sunday. If we get a win, if we get a win Sunday, hopefully we could ride that into a winning streak. Go on a winning streak. Let this be the first year that we beat the Chiefs. How about that? If we can accomplish that, I'm happy. When we go in Chicago and beat them on Sunday, let's turn this into a running streak, Broncos country, and my Denver Broncos players, my Denver Broncos. Right, focus on that, but first focus at one game at a time, right? One play at a time, one stop at a time, right? Focus on that. Symbolize the game. Symbolize the game, right? Slow the game down. Slow the game down. What you need to do is slow the game down. I got faith in y'all Broncos country. Got a lot of faith. That Sunday, y'all gonna go into Chicago and y'all gonna open up a can on Chicago Bears. And y'all gonna come home with a W. And y'all gonna build off of that and start a winning streak. And I'm gonna end this right here with my salute. Go Broncos.